Hey everyone, welcome back to New Windsor. We're finally back for the long-awaited light rail episode. All of the roads you see right here, well, not all of them. Some of them will be roads with light rail connections, and it's going to be awesome. I can't wait to finally add real public transport to New Windsor. Let's get straight into it. Alright, so I'm placing some new roads. Well, I'm replacing old roads. But some of them, like this bridge I'm working on right here, I can't just, upgrade the bridge and have the light rail work because the bridge itself is a network. So I'm needing to place this right on top of the bridge, which is sort of annoying. I managed, though. It looks good. And yeah, we will have a light rail connection that goes all the way out that way into that neighborhood, but that'll be one of the shorter ones. That was near the university, but we've got this one that I'm working on right now that goes into the central train station at, I guess, what is the back ends. This is sort of the front end. I don't know. There are two ends to the central train station, and they're both equally accessible by car. I don't know. But this front one actually has a bus station. You saw for a second over there. You might remember. We'll work on that a little later, but we do get a bus network going as well, with commuter buses, school buses. For the commuter buses, I went for New Flyers and the bus that they use for MBTA, which I've been saying this for the past 3 episodes. Let me just make sure MBTA is MBTA is the Boston transit, I guess, system. Because if I was getting that wrong, that would have been really embarrassing. But yeah, the MBTA buses I use as well, and it looks great. I really can't wait to show you guys in the cinematics. It's gonna be awesome. I'm experimenting. Okay, so this road leads into the Federal Hill neighborhood that we worked on in episode 3, and that whole side of town, and like the zoo and stuff. But the problem is there isn't a main avenue. Like it sort of just goes into nothingness, and then there's no main avenue that goes and crosses. To get to the other side of town, people have to really take the freeway to get like a straight shot, which I'm not sure if that's realistic. Like, I looking back on that, I probably should have done something else, but I'm not going to destroy the suburbs now to add an avenue. That's not happening. Oh yeah, this light rail extends all the way near the zoo. I'm placing it near the mall. It goes everywhere, and it's going to be really cool when we get these trams up and running later in the episode. This is what the network looks like in general, like with the purple is the network, as you can see right there. And see right here, I'm just trying to figure out how to get it through that neighborhood. It doesn't work. Alright, so in this portion of the episode, we're honestly just going back to the Portland's downtown area, New Belfast, And I'm filling some gaps because I wanted to take a little break from, dealing with the light rail network. In the next segment, we'll actually add the light rail lines and the bus lines, I believe. But for now, I'm just going back here. I'm adding some detailing because I really badly wanted to finish this area because it was... there was a big gap, and right now I'm working on this, like, event hall thing. It's like, I guess a convention center of the, 19th century or whatever. I don't know. But it was a cool building. I figured I'd place it. I figured it would fit. So it's some sort of, like, event hall that very much fits the area. And then, yeah, just detailing generally around here. I'm trying not to go too heavy on detail, but I know I have overdone the detail in this neighborhood. But remember, this is a downtown. This is a downtown core, and it needs to be detailed because it's going to be one of the main focuses of the series in cinematics and everything like that. So I feel like detail's justified here. Alrighty, still filling gaps here, and I'm going for a combination of different buildings. I'm going for, this street is generally commercial, but it's very much mixed zoning. Like, we do add a lot of residential. Like, I'm using these newer New England townhomes by Darf, which actually, since they're brick, they fit in with all of the brick around them, and they fit the theme really, really well. So, yeah, I'm adding a lot of those. This main street is like commercial, so I added Dunkin' Donuts casually there because I have to, otherwise people will yell at me. And I've still never had, I think I had a donut once at Dunkin' Donuts. I haven't had the coffee there. And I lived in the Northeast my whole life until like a year ago, so probably not a good thing. But I don't know. I make my own coffee. I don't buy coffee from people for like $5. It's not gonna happen. Sorry, folks. But yeah, this area is weird because the spacing between the different buildings is really tiny. Like it's literally just a four tile area in terms of width, and I'm just packing buildings in here, and I don't know how realistic it is, but it looks good. I didn't want to just have one end of it be like a back lot area, so I added like a tiny little barber shop, stuff like that on the back end, and I end up adding a bunch of like townhouses and stuff. I add some graffiti here. This is like, I downloaded the graffiti pack by Fine Build, and it's really good. So I didn't have that before. I think it was in one of the European collections, not the Brooklyn collection, so I hadn't seen it, but it looks great. So definitely check that out. Anyway, we're going to move on, and we're going to actually go back and make the light rail lines. Yeah, clearly there was no light rail line making yet. Sorry about that. I forgot the order of my own video. Anyway, yeah, we do have a lot more to do over here in this Portland's downtown area in New Belfast. So much more to work on. And this isn't the end of it. We've got more wharves to place, as I've mentioned before. But I'm just trying to fill the gaps because I want to get seamless cinematics between the downtown of New Belfast and the shoreline. And I don't quite have it that seamless yet, but generally the inland area integrates pretty well with the shoreline and the wharves, so I'm able to get some pretty sick cinematics, as you'll see later in the episode. Alright, so I'm detailing this backlot area. I'm actually using some of those smaller fallen leaves decals that are like sort of blurry and brown by, I think they were by Boformer. They're really old. I just remember Fresh Popcorn using them really, really well to, like Fresh Popcorn made me start, putting those under fences and add like shrubs, just to make it look realistic and overgrown and stuff. I haven't done that much in New Windsor because I don't really have, that much stuff that I actually detail that heavily. Alright, we're adding the light rail lines. So, I don't know how realistic this is. I haven't really lived in a city, I guess, I'm in the LA area right now, but, I'm not really close to light rails, so I'm not, seeing them all the time, seeing how they work. So, and I mean, this is not, I feel like this is unrealistic in a lot of ways. So I'm gonna need a lot of feedback from all of you on how this works and how well I'm doing, mirroring the realism of a place like Boston or something. I know Boston's actually got like a legit subway, but I'm not doing a subway with the tram system. I don't think that's possible. So this is what we got. I'm making it as realistic as possible. The light rail cars aren't huge, so they are not too unrealistic on, even smaller roads, so that's pretty good. So as you can see, I've connected this neighborhood in here near the zoo with a bus line. You know, it might not have a metro line that goes right through it, but I do connect the bus line up. I've got a school bus line that goes through this whole area, trying to add a lot of variety here. So we finished placing all of the transit lines, at least for now. As we expand our road network, I'm going to add more, and I'm definitely going to take all of your feedback into consideration because, once again, I don't understand transit. All I know is that transit is a lot better than cars. I cannot stand cars. I think cars are very inefficient, but you know, I don't really use transit because the transit where I am is really terrible. So, you know, that's just how it is. I wish I had good transit to use, but I do not. And, you know, that means I'm a little bit illiterate on, you know, how transit works. And, you know, I'll need your help on that one. So, just definitely tell me in the comments if what I've done here is realistic, you know, what you'd like to see changed, stuff like that. I'll definitely take it into consideration. Anyway, so that's about it. Hopefully you all enjoyed. I was really excited for this episode for a long time, ever since I decided I was actually going to build this light rail system, because once again, I wasn't sure I was gonna build it. I was actually pretty sure I wasn't. I was gonna just stick to a bus system, but yeah, a bus system. But I realized, you know, the city's getting really big. Let's add some transit. You know, transit's pretty big in the Northeast. It might not be big out west, but in the Northeast it is pretty big. And, you know, it would make sense to actually add some reliable transit to the city, and that's what I decided to do. So, yeah, your comments are very well heard. If you all are commenting the same thing, which, you know, this was like the main comments on the past couple of videos ever since we started, you know, talking about New Belfast. You know, like, the city has been expanding. People are like, okay, you know, you finally need to add some transit because this is getting really big. Anyway, end of the video here. Sorry I sound really tired, by the way. I'm recording this at like 9:30. I've been up since 5:30. It's bad. Anyway, okay, hopefully you all enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. It does help a lot. It helps new people find the videos. Yeah, definitely subscribe if you're new around here. It really does help a lot as well, but it also helps you. That one helps you. The like sort of helps you, but subscribing definitely does, especially hitting the bell icon, because then you'll always get notified when a new Windsor episode comes out, and you'll never miss another one of these videos. You can support me on Patreon, and you'll get access to episodes early, or you could just, you know, support me for the sake of supporting me, which is also very cool. But yeah, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I mean, yeah, that's about it. Hopefully you all enjoyed. See you next time.